Hi there, this is Jennifer Perkins for Sakura of America. Today I am going to be showing you how to make a pretend snow cone stand. My children are always doing all kinds of imaginary play type things. They want to have pretend lemonade stands, pretend art stands, pretend fruit stands. So when they asked me to have a pretend snow cone stand, who was I to say no? I took a cardboard box, covered it in chalkboard paint so they could adorn it, and then, of course, made a custom snow cone banner. Now, here's how you make those adorable snow cones. You get styrofoam balls, just, kind of the smaller size from the craft store. I stuck a plastic paintbrush in the bottom of mine so that I wouldn't get glue all over my hands. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm covering my styrofoam ball with a really thick layer of glue. Now next, while the glue is still wet, you want to go in and add table salt. Just like this. You could use a coarser salt, but I like table salt. Now again, you want to do this while your glue is still wet so that your salt sticks to the glue. Now you could let it dry overnight if you want, let it dry completely, or you can go right into the next step and then dry after you add your watercolor. The watercolor effect on top of the salt is what gives it that snow cone-like look. You can see how it kind of bleeds into there, but it looks just like it's a icy ball that someone is pouring flavored snow cone juice on top of. I'm using koi watercolors because it's really bright and vibrant, and that's how snow cones look. I wanted it to really pop. I made my snow cones rainbow flavored because that's everybody's favorite. So I went in and I added several different colors. I kind of tried to give it a stripy effect. You want to space your colors out a little bit so they don't bleed all into each other. You really can't control how the watercolor seeps in and where it's going to go. You can a little bit depending on the angle of how you hold your ball, but put colors that go well together right next to each other and that'll do you best. So again, notice that I'm not painting the watercolor on. I'm not brushing it on. I'm just dabbing it. I'm getting a very wet brush with a lot of color in it, and then I'm just gently laying it down on top of the ball. Just set it down and let your colors just kind of organically blend in. And again, depending on how you tilt your ball is how the color is going to go. Now, when you have all your balls painted, you're going to want to set them aside and let them dry completely. And then we'll go on and make our cones. I took a square piece of paper, and then I just rounded off one edge. I just eyeballed it. I didn't use a pattern. From here, you have your triangle, more or less. You want to roll it on top of each other, and that makes a cone shape, and that's what we're going to put our styrofoam balls in. So, you could use a cute washi tape. You could get the kids involved and let them use a basic glue. I'm going to use a hot glue gun just because it's quick and easy like I like it. So you just seal it shut, and there you have your cone, and that's what you're going to put your ball inside. So now we need to anchor our ball down. So we're going to add more hot glue inside our cone so that the ball will stay in there. So take your hot glue gun and line the inside of your cone just with a big thick stream of hot glue. Again, you could use something like a tacky glue if you wanted to wait overnight for your balls. Then just stick it in there and just kind of hold it in place for a second. And that's that. I, of course, had to go in and add a little straw because they're adorable. And I took my straw and I kind of crunched it into one side just to kind of make a little hole for it so that it had somewhere to go. These are just little party straws that I cut up into smaller size. Again, add another little dab of hot glue, and then you're just going to stick your straw right inside. Now you have your pretend snow cones. What you do with these snow cones is totally up to you. Use them to adorn a banner. Give them to your kids to use in their pretend snow cone stand. It looks great. It looks fun. Now my kids have an all-new imaginary play center ready for summer.